Hi guys, it's Cammy at Cammy Nguyen LLC, and today we will be doing a classic wispy lash set using point 12 and point 15 because my model here, she has really thin, gorgeous lashes, so we don't want to, we don't want to put anything heavy. And if you want a wispy and spiky look, use a smaller diameter. It will give you more like a volume type lash look. All right, as you can see here, make sure that you check out all my other videos on, how to tape, how to map, how to prep lashes before a lash set. So make sure that you check out the video. But she's already prepped, she's already mapped, she's already taped up. The only thing is that my model here, she has her eyes flutter a little bit. I do get, sometimes I do get clients that have fluttery eyes. It's because, they're really amped up, like they're talking about their ex-boyfriends and what a fuckboy they are, and they get really mad and shit, right? Or, or they just drink a lot of coffee, or they're just naturally, their eyes just flutter. So, so what do you want to do? What I want to do is, I'm going to put 2 pennies on her eyelids because the weight of the pennies will just hold her lids down and it will stop it from fluttering. So what I do, you guys, look, okay, and make sure, look, I have 2 pennies here, and look, for all you dirty bitches in the back, look, please go and sanitize before you put these pennies on. Sanitize your client's pennies, okay? Sanitize these pennies, please. Use barbicide. I use barbicide, and I have a video on that too, so yeah, make sure that you watch my barbicide video. All right, so I taped my penny, and what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure that it's not too low so I don't see what I'm doing, and make sure that I don't squish her, look, lids down. No, don't go like this, see, it'll fuck up your mapping. All right, so what I do is I even lift up, look, see, I use a penny, I lift it up and push it down, see, and I push down. And look at that. Look at how it just stopped fluttering. Okay? So I do the same with this. Take the penny, and instead of, pushing her lids down, I want to even lift it up with the penny and down. See that, you guys? Boom! Look at that. It even helped me with, even taping back her lids, but just kind of weighing her lids up. So I'm pushing it down and upward. And that will stop your client's eyes from fluttering. Whenever I do a wispy lash set, especially a classic one, so the wispy spiky part, I like to use a thicker diameter. So if I'm using, she has thin lashes, so anybody who has thin lashes, I use a point 12. All right, so, but my wispy lashes, I want them to stand out, so I use a bigger diameter, which is a point 15. So the wispy lashes, I'm gonna do all over. I'm gonna it's gonna be at least half the time, double the size of what I'm actually gonna use, okay? All right, you guys, so let me show you an example, okay? So let's just say the overall lashes, not the wispy part, but the overall lashes, right? So if I use on her, the longest length would be 15, right? So the 15 is the longest length I'm going to use. So what I do is, for the wispies, as you can see, if it's 15, then I use, like I said, explain, then I want to use at least 4 to 5 lengths longer than the actual longest length. So if I use 15, then see, 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? So the wispies, you want to do a 19 or a 20. You want to always go for a much longer length to create the spiky difference in your lashes. So when I do a classic wispy look, I make sure that, as you can see, for the wispy look, I'm going to use longer lengths and a bigger diameter, and also a curlier curl. So for the overall lashes, I'll be using a point 12 cc curl. And for the wispies, I'll be doing a D curl, 0.15, because you want the wispies to stand out and look, look curlier, and then for the rest of the lashes, you want it to be less of a curl so that you can tell the difference. You can see the dimension, you can see different curls, different layers, and different dimensions. So that's what you want to do. In today's video, I will be using ICU glue. It is my clear glue. I just love this glue so much because Well, it's clear, it's really clean, it's fast drying, it's a 1 second dry time. And my client here, she's my first time client. So when any like clients that are my first time client, and I just feel like probably they're sensitive to glue, or if she has like sensitive skin, I tend to want to always use like my sensitive AF glue or my ICU glue. Glue doesn't have black carbon, so and then it's very it's really good for sensitive eyes. So I recommend the ICU glue. All right, in today's video, I will be using my curved isolation tweezer. I just love this tweezer so much because when I go to isolate, look at this, you guys. See? It curves to the natural curvature of her eyelids and also brows. It doesn't get in the way of my lashing. You can see the lashes, and I want to see the lashes, not the tweezer. So it's so perfect. See that, you guys? And I'll be using my all-in-one tweezer. You see this, you guys? The tip, it's angled. It's so perfect. It picks up like really, oh my God, this is the perfect classic lash pickup tweezer, you guys. I love this tweezer. All right, guys, so the way that I did her mapping for this set is we're doing a cat eye. So the longest length that I'm gonna use on her is so I'm gonna do the wispies look. I always wanna do the wispy all over first. So, so what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, when I do a cat eye, so I'm gonna do the longest length. I always start with the longest length first. And let's just say the longest length for the wispy is 20, right? So if it's 20 mm, I always make sure that the outer corners are 2 lengths shorter. So if it's 20, then on the outer corner, I'll put 19 and 18 going shorter, because always the outer corner, no matter if it's a cat eye or not, the outer corners, you never ever want it to be like the longest length, because you're gonna have a dip, because it always goes up and then it dips right down and then up. So never ever, you guys, use like 20 all the way in the outer corner. Always go at least put a couple shorter ones, like 2 lengths shorter. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my decurl 0.15, 20 mm, and I always do my longest lengths first. So as you can see right here, 20 stops here, and then I'll put like a 19 over here and 18 on the outer corners. It's a personal preference, what you want to do, like how, you know, I just like to I don't know, I'm just so used to doing my longest length first. I don't start on the outer corner first. I just always, you know, start with the longer lengths first. It's just a habit of mine. So what I like to do is I like to leave a little bit of a space in between and work. When I do the wispy lashes, I like to work at the bottom layer. So I apply and I leave like a couple lashes in between so it can look spiky. So I skip like about 3 lashes in between, 3 to 4. Because when it's too gappy, it'll just look like sticks. And I always like to do the bottom layer, because the top layer, when you apply it on the top layer, it's wonky because it's long. So you don't, you know, I never ever like to apply it on the top layer. Always the bottom layer when I do my wispy lashes. Skipping about 3 or 4 lashes. This will give it a lot of dimension. Ten minutes later, I am done with the spiky wisp all around. So I always, when I do a wispy classic set, I always do my spikies first. So I leave a space in between, as you can see. I use like 4 to 5 times longer links, and the mapping is, so I did 18, 19, and right in here is 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, look, 15 and 14 for the wispies. So 14 mm to 20 mm for the wispies, all over. So now that I'm done with my overall wispy, see that? I always start off first using longer links, curlier links, and to make it wispier and to make it more noticeable. So I did it throughout her lashes, skipping, like I said, I always skip like about 2 to 3 lashes over, see, to give it more. Because if you skip too much, if you leave too much of a gap in between, it will just look spacey, it won't look pretty. So I try to, you know, put as much as I can with her natural lashes. So whenever I use the longest length, I'm going to do on the outer corner, we're using 15 mm. So I always, on the outer corner, I always use less of a curl. So at least like 2 to 3. So on the outer corner, I'm going to use a 13. And I always skip like the lashes that are crazy, because you know outer corner lashes, you guys, it goes like to the far, like right or left. So I never ever want to lash those. I always leave like, look, see, you don't want to lash on the little tiny lashes that, you know, go like all the way to the right or all the way to the left, because you're gonna get crazy lashes. How do you guys say it? Help me. How do you guys say it when it goes? Yes, when it's like making a left turn or a right turn, you don't want to do those lashes. I always, you know, tend to the outer corners get all the straight lashes and never ever, you know, or else you're gonna get gaps and it's not gonna look cute, you guys, if you lash on those lashes. I always start out with all the pretty straight ones, you know, keep it even, keep it consistent. All right, guys, so we are done with the look. As you can see here, they're so natural and they're so wispy. So for the wispy part of the lashes, which is the longer lengths, I use a 0.15 D curl, and I used from 14 in the inner corner, see, 14, and then, you know, spaced it out like 1 to 3 lashes spaced out to 20 mm. You guys, wow, look at that, 20 mm, and trust me, it might seem long, it might, but it's not. It's so pretty, you guys. And for the overall lashes, what I use is a CC curl, less of a curl, and we use 11 to 15 as the longest. And I use a 0.12. So, you know, it gives a dimension. You want the wispy part to stand out. That's why I use like a thicker diameter. And then for her natural lashes, yeah, I use a 0.12, you guys. So as you can see, it's dimension. You can see if I lift it up, look at all the, oh, look at the curls, you guys. You see that? So beautiful. All right. And make sure that you watch my video on Bonder, because I put secret ingredient, secret product for the best retention is Bonder. After you're done with any set, you want to wait 1 minute, and you're going to apply Bonder on where the glue is at, where you apply the glue. It will cure your glue. It will set your glue, so there will be no more fumes. So if there's fumes and if your clients are sensitive, make sure you do use Bonder, because it cures the glue and it will take away all the fumes. So thanks you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this short tutorial, and just know in 2022 I'll be having classes, lash classes. Make sure that you come by. All right, you guys, so make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notifications, and follow me on all my platforms, you guys. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all that. At Cammy, it's all the same, you guys. Cammy Nguyen LLC, and I will see you guys next time.